Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing Tea Street. Today's coffee cup says, Love who you were born to be. Love who you were born to be. I'm going to jump right in because I've got to get out of here. I've got training for my summer staff today. I'm going to train these young people how to work with young people. So that's what's happening today. So I want to get to this and get moving. Don't skip the process of starting over. Can I tell you that sometimes people will make you think that failure is fatal? And I'm here to tell you from personal experience that it's not. Failure can be one of the greatest blessings and one of the greatest teachers that you will ever have if you allow it to be. Failure, I apologize. Failure happens to all of us. It's not the failure that really defines us, it's who we choose to be in the failure and how we respond to it. Good morning, Miss Brown. And how we respond to it that really dictates like our lives. So can I just say to you this morning that there are steps to starting over. It's okay to take and make a do-over. I have had to have more than one do-overs. I've had to start over from scratch more times than most people would ever believe because they have beliefs about who I am. And I'm here to tell you that my greatest victories have come from my greatest failures. But there's a process to it. And so I'm going to jump right in. The first thing you have to do if you are starting over and you are taking, notice I said take, because when you take it, it says that you are conscientiously choosing to start over. That means you know you want to and that you need to. So the first thing you have to do is you've got to reflect on you and assess. It's easy when failure occurs to want to blame other people. Anytime I fail, I start with what did I do that caused it? What were the things that I should have and could have done differently? Because if I can start there, it's not about beating me up or flogging me. It's about looking at the situation. Because once I know what I did and what caused the failure, I'm smart. I'm a quick study, y'all. I'm not going to make that same mistake again. That's why it's important when you're starting over to reflect on you and assess your role in your failure. Yeah, there might have been other people who contributed, but guess what? You don't get to control that. What you get to control is how you're going to do it differently the next time. The next thing I do is I create smart goals. Can I just tell y'all, if all you have is a thought or a dream, it won't make it do what it do. Good morning, Barb. It won't make it do what it do. You got to make smart goals. Now people are like, what is a smart goal? You got to make it specific. If you say my goal is to start a business by September, can I tell you that's a smart goal? But it's just the beginning. I'm specific. I want to start a business on what? That's the specificity. I want to start a motivational speaking company. That's the smart, that's specific. That will reach more than 40,000 people in its first year. That's measurable. And I will count it by asking the sponsors to tell me how many people were in attendance because that's achievable. How is it relevant? Because it meets my purpose. And finally, you put a time bound on it. I said by September, I wanted to start. I didn't say I wanted to meet the goal all in one fell swoop. I said I wanted to start it by September. That's a smart goal. So when you start to create smart goals, they become more achievable, more doable, and more realistic when you do it that way. Do something. Don't just think about it. Don't just dream about it. Just don't just pontificate about it. Do something towards your goal. When I started my company, how did I start it? Somebody invited me to speak and I said yes. The next person who invited me to speak, I said yes. Eventually, it got so busy that I needed 15 years ago to hire someone to help me. I needed an agent who would do all my booking, who would talk to people because that's not my gifting, who would do the contracting and who would book my flights and who would make sure that people were comfortable, who would send thank yous when I was done. Good morning, Jill. Who would send thank yous when I was done. That's doing something. I had to embrace that the life that I knew before, it didn't exist anymore. And so I had to embrace change. It wasn't always easy and it didn't always feel good. But everything that feels good is not always good. And some things that don't feel good can work for your good. You've got to be willing to embrace that the life that you had is no more. When we talk about the process of starting over, it means you're doing something differently. I'm creating a different kind of life than the one that I had before. I used to have this life where I was, I thought I was paparazzi. I thought I had paparazzi. Can I just tell you, it was so fake and not real, and it didn't meet any of my spiritual or emotional needs. So when I started over, I started to embrace the me that is really me, which is introverted, to myself, kind hearted, philanthropic, but without fanfare. Those are the things that made me who I am. And so I had to start to embrace some of that thing. I built a new life. And it's different than the one I had before. Not good, different, not bad, different, just different. But I had to build it. I had to start over. I had to start at ground one. I didn't try to build new on old rubbish. I didn't try to start to build a new life based on who old T was, because clearly, if that had been the formula, it would have worked the first time. Want to know how I really started to build a new life? I started to make sure that my will was truly aligned to God's will for me. So much of what I had done before was what other people kept, gaslighting me. You ought to be doing this. You ought to be doing this. You ought to be doing this. And can I just tell you, I never bought my own PR, but I allowed other people to sell my PR. Never bought it because I know me. The brand new me aligns with the me that God created me to be. The purpose is aligned. And that's how I'm able to build a new life. And finally, let go of what was. The life that I had was in the past. Forgive. Forgive people who didn't do me right, but most importantly, forgive me for my failures. Just forgive me. Because holding on to the guilt is an unproductive emotion. It doesn't produce anything that is life giving. So let go and forgive it. Forgive other people if you need to, but most importantly, forgive you. And then grab what is and what will be. Let go. If you hold on with both hands to what's back here, you can't grab what's here, and you certainly can't grab what's in front of you. So let go of what was, forgive, and grab what is and what will be. If you want to start over, reflect on you and assess, create smart goals, do something and embrace change, build a new life that is in alignment, let go of what was, forgive, and most importantly, grab what is and what is to be. I'm the amazing T Street. And yes, there have been times when I needed to take and make a do over. But you know what? There's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So it's okay to take and make a do over. But whatever you do, don't skip the process that goes with starting over. Have an amazing day.